Hello, welcome back to Trading Hour on CNBC-TV18. A quick look at what the market is doing as of now in terms of broader end of the market, managing to hold on to that gain. Advance decline ratio as of now is in the favor of advances versus decline is what we're seeing. Nifty mid-cap holding on to gains of 0.5%. Look at the ratio as well as of now. Advance decline ratio, 1,621 stocks in the advance versus 865. But yes, market setup looking, managing to hold on to gains, so not much to complain on that front. But what's happening in the world of commodities? We have Manisha joining in with us to tell us what is she focusing on this morning and what should we keep an eye out on. Good morning, Manisha.
Morning, and thank you for that, Vinny. I'm looking at copper prices, which have seen a decline of around 4% for the month of April. Well, the month of April clearly has been a very volatile year when it comes to copper prices. For the year, of course, we are up by nearly 22% right now. But as I was saying, we saw all-time highs in the US markets when it came to copper. Well, this was all ahead of the tariff that came unleashing around and an expectation that you could be looking at some tariff concerns coming in for copper as well. So for the US markets, we saw a 3-month lows at around $4.03, and then we saw an all-time high of around $5.27 a pound as well. So that's the kind of range that we've seen into the markets. As far as LME is concerned, while we did see very sharp declines there, but for the month of April, we are still up by 15% from the kind of lows that we saw. Having said that, this month is getting into negative when it comes to copper prices there. Well, to depend upon, China has increased its copper production, managing demand as well. And then there's uncertainty about, as I said, on copper being included in the trade barriers there. If you look at the Chinese copper inventories, well, we have seen a record weekly drop coming in for this one. And the Shanghai inventories have declined by 50% in the past 1 month on strong opportunity buying by the physical players there. Chinese demand has been quite resilient. We do understand that the downstream companies are creating stocks as well. And then China also has started to come out with various stimulus measures and expectation of more going forward to boost consumption, and that perhaps could be supportive. The other important news coming in from Russia is that they are also increasing production of gold and copper going forward, because whether it comes about traditional ways of copper consumption or the new generative and energy transition ways of copper, you are looking at higher demand going forward. So markets believe that whatever decline that we had to see in copper perhaps has been done for the month of April, and from here on you could be looking at buying opportunities for this one.
Thank you very much for that. Get into a break. On the other side, market technicals lined up with Mitesh Thakkar. He'll also give us a few trading bets.